December 19th, 1972 was the last time we went to the moon.
Wait, we went to the moon?
Would you rather have a 100% chance to win $1 billion or a 99% chance to win $100 billion? Yo, what's good, everyone? Welcome to Fly Under the Radar. I'm Timothy, and this is William. And this is the podcast where we basically, as brothers, we just talk about what's going on in this world, just have a laugh, and basically just talk out of our asses. So,
Well, I talk out of my mouth, dude. I don't know where you talk out of, bro. You know what I'm saying?
no, I have no idea what you're saying, bro.
You know what I'm
Man's been
saying?
sick, postponing the podcast. We're supposed to get our episode uploaded tomorrow. So you're going to make me do extra overtime tonight editing? Actual cringe.
Shit happens in life, right?
How did you get
Our
sick,
whole
bro?
What do you mean? Our whole family got sick, bro.
Bro, I got sick for like a day, bro. Like, Bro, it's like, don't be a pussy. Just like, don't be sick, fam. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my bad, bro. You're right.
How was my week? Well, I didn't really do much this week, as I
Same.
always do. But, last week I wanted to get into this, so it's kind of a bit irrelevant now. But there was this whole, like, Pokimane drama online. Did you see that?
No.
She, like,
Is
started
she
her
still
own...
relevant, bro? Who watches
started-
Pokemon?
No. She started her own, like, cookie company or whatever. But basically,
Like cookie, like
yeah. Like, you know how all these influencers now are, like, creating their brands, like, products, like Prime,
sure.
like Mr. Beast chocolate and stuff like that.
Mr. Beast sells chocolate.
Yeah. It's called Feastables. Like, all these influencers now are doing products because they have such a big audience that they can just leverage it. It's
I
kind of
guess so.
big brain. So she tried to make a cookie company, emphasis on tried. And basically what happened is, like, apparently it was like some product that would try to go to market, but it failed. And then they went to her to, like, use her brand to, like, push the product or whatever. But the product was, like, super overpriced or whatever. So basically, like, one bag, I don't know how big, like, I'm not trying to really explain it, but it was like 10 USD for, like, a bag with maybe, like, 15 small cookies or some shit like that.
For $10.
Yeah, USD, not Canadian. So it's like $1 for, like,
Per
let's say,
cookie.
like, a small Oreo cookie or some shit. But they look like turds. And the big drama part was obviously that, because people were complaining. And then she went on stream and she was, if you're fucking a broke bitch guy, then don't fucking buy my cookies or some shit.
She said that, bro?
Yeah.
Nah. Dude. See, my problem with influencers is, like, when they get an ego, right?
It's like your audience
It's
built
like-
you.
Well, yeah. It's like people like I don't understand this. Like, how it's like biting on the hand that feeds you, right? Like, your audience watches you, spends hours watching your shitty content, and gives donations and subs and all this other shit, only for you to, throw them under the bus after. I think I don't know, bro.
Like, I think it's fine that you can come out with products, but you should take the criticism that your audience gives you. If they're saying, hey, why is it so expensive? Hey, yada, yada, yada. Be like, okay, this was the first round testing. Maybe, we change the ingredients. Maybe we try and make it cheaper, make it more accessible for her audience or whatever. But, like, you got to take criticism and, like, build on it. I'm not saying all criticism good, because there's always going to be people that's saying it's overpriced. But, like, you don't got to go shit on them,
I mean, I think there's just something called, like, business with integrity. You know what I mean? Like, if she's going out of her way to scam her audience, then, like, what do you expect?
Like, if you want to, like, say, like, it's a premium product, like premium cookies or whatever, and you want to explain, like, why they're expensive, sure, then sell it. Don't go going around, if you're broke, don't buy my cookies. You know what I mean? Like, sure, it might be true, but it's like, you shouldn't be, like, saying that to your audience.
Well, yeah, you shouldn't be shit-talking the hand that feeds you. You know what I mean? Like, take the criticism, but don't scam people.
Roll
at
with the
end.
punches. Bro, I was working out last week before I got sick for a day, and Mans was, like, weird as hell.
Who?
You, fam. I was working out. I was, like, listening to music. I started talking to myself, and I started walking here, and then William was wearing, like, brown clothes, and it, like, kind of blends in with the wall. And Mans was, like, stood still. And then I was looking, and then 3 seconds later, I realized he's just staring at me.
Okay, because I had to go somewhere. So I went downstairs, you know, because we have like clothes here. I got my shoes, changed into my jacket. This guy is working out. I didn't want to bother him. And he starts talking. I thought, oh, is he talking to me? So I just stand there and look at him. Then the bro just looks at me and he's like jump scared. I'm like, you good, bro?
Bro, who just does that, though?
Who does what?
If someone's listening to music and you just stand still, like, that's weird as fuck, bro. Like, maybe have some sort of, like either just continue.
But you can't tell when someone's in the basement. Because even when I'm, like, working out and have, like, music and stuff, like, if someone walks on the basement, I know.
Bro, I thought I heard someone. I looked. I didn't see anyone.
Oh, then you're dumb. If you didn't
No!
see me.
And then I was like, okay, maybe I was just hearing some shit. Nah. That's
If you looked and
weird.
didn't see me, then you're dumb.
But who just stops? Like a fucking weirdo, fam. You just, like, the man was literally staring me dead in the eyes, like, not moving. Like, what are you doing?
Well, waiting for you, because I already...
For what?
To say bye, because I was leaving.
You put your hand up and wave like a regular person who has headphones in working out. Not fucking stand there
But
like
I
a
thought you were
creep.
talking to me. Because you were talking. And I'm like, oh, this guy's saying shit. And then bro just looks up at me and jump scares. I'm like, okay, I guess he wasn't talking to me. Unlucky.
Well, that's all I have. That's all I did this week, honestly.
Oh, I set up my Raspberry Pi. I don't know if you got if I mentioned that last time that I was planning on doing it, and I did it. So now I have a Raspberry Pi. I tried putting a Minecraft server on it, but apparently the processor on the Raspberry Pi isn't good for Minecraft. So I had to take the server off.
Cool story, bro.
Do you even know how servers work?
See, the thing with me and technology is we have a very good relationship, you know? It's like she does her thing and I do my thing, and I don't give a fuck about what she does, you know what I mean?
Yeah, bro is not even using his SSD in his
I
like
do use my
3000.
SSD.
Is the operating system installed on it? Probably not.
Yes, bro,
probably
I'm
on your
using
hard
it for
drive.
storage. I know how to use a computer. I don't need to know how to build a computer. You know what I mean? Like, there's builders, and then there's
There's
builders.
users.
No, that's just bro.
There's
you know,
builders and
you
users.
know, a long time ago, I heard this thing, and it was like It's so weird that they call people that like are on the internet or like have like a computer or like a phone like users. You know, the only time they use that terminology is for like fucking druggies. You know what I mean? Like people that smoke are like users,
What?
fam.
I've never heard that term, bro.
What? Someone that smokes weed is a user, fam.
Okay, this is some like Gen Z technology,
No,
like
no, it's not.
wordplay or some shit.
When does anyone else use user?
I don't know, in like an abusive relationship or like, you know, there's like
what are okay?
someone is the user of the other person or some
Okay,
shit.
that's like different. That's like a word used the same but a different meaning of the word.
So what is the definition of user?
Like a user, like someone that uses something.
You can't use the word to define the word.
Why not? It's like I use a computer. I'm a user. But no, okay, you know what? Let's just like forget this idea because now we're just talking out of our asses. Well, honestly, I heard this like question the other day, and I was like, let's just use it for the question of the week because it was very not theoretical but like philosophical. All right? And I feel like okay, I can't speak English. Philosophical questions. Philosophical questions can be cool sometimes. So I'm going to get in my bag right here. So I want you to really think about this. Is it better to have had a good thing and lose it or never have had it in the first place? I'll repeat it one more time for you guys as well. Is it better to have had a good thing and lose it or never have had it in the first place?
I mean, I think it depends on what that good thing is.
What do you mean by that?
No, I mean, I think it's always better to have a good thing and lose it than to never have it in the first place, right? That's just my opinion on things.
Are you going to elaborate on that statement? Like maybe give us an example why that would be true?
Oh, okay, like, we have a mom, right? We have her now. It's good that we have her now. One day she will no longer be with us because she's going to die before us.
Yeah, but if
and
We
we're
ne-
gonna lose that.
If we never
part.
had a mom, we wouldn't be here. So I think that's not a really good example.
No.
Of that.
Not in that sense.
What do you?
bro.
But that's basically what the question means.
So is it better to have a mom than never be born? Yes.
Okay. Yes, in that scenario, yes. But is there a scenario where the opposite would be true?
Well, no, because let's say say this hypothetically, that there was like a girl, right,
Yes.
that you liked, and you had a crush on her, and you ended up becoming good friends with her, right? But nothing ever came of it, and and then the whole relationship fell apart afterwards. Would that, like in that scenario, what would be better? I think that's a kind of a good scenario that might be like on the fence, right? Because you could argue that like it's good that you had that connection with that person because you got experience about how love works, and relationships between people like happen and stuff, only to lose it and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Compared to never having that experience in the first place,
Yeah.
right? Because for me, this question comes down to, is the experience worth the heartbreak or the loss?
The risk.
Well, it's not a risk because it's going to be a downfall, right? And I think that it's always yes. I think the experience is always worth it
Yeah.
for
I-
like 99% of things.
Yeah, I can see how it is. I just like heard the question. I was like, wow, this hits deep. You know what I mean? Like I was thinking more in like a pleasantry sense, more like when it comes to like let's say your favorite movie or show or something like that. You know when you watch like your show and it's over and you're kind of like, fuck. You know what I mean? Like I wish I could watch it all over again. And you kind of feel depressed for like 2 days.
Yeah, but the thing about that for me is that that's not really what life is about or what's important. And this is like a philosophical question.
Yeah,
Right.
but this can be
So it's
used
like,
in
what is
many
the-
scenarios.
Like, what is a good thing? Like, what is a good important thing in life? It's like relationships with people, right? And I think that's the hardest thing that you can like lose, right? Is if you have a relationship with someone that you care about, and you end up like losing that relationship. At least for me, that's like where I always had the most, heartbreak and shit. Quote unquote regret, but I don't really regret anything in life. So
Yeah, I'm trying to think of any other scenarios where that could be, you know.
plus, I think at the end of the day, experience is always better than not having experience. Like going through hardship makes you a better person, in my opinion. Because if life is all lovey-dovey and you never go through,
Yeah.
suffering or anything, you can't grow from it.
Yeah, you
right?
have to do some shit.
Like everything goes through something to grow, right? Like plants have to, fight gravity to grow up, You have to, go through water to like be a ship, For air, you have to fight the air resistance to fly, right? So it's
Yeah.
you always have to like go through adversity to grow as an individual or something.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I
That's
think
fair.
having the experience and going through the heartbreak will make you grow into a more mature and capable human being.
Yeah.
That's
No.
my philosophy for the day.
Philosopher William Fly. No, that's a good answer. That's a good answer. I don't want to say I was on the fence for the answer, but I was more on like
You just wanted to think about which scenarios could apply for which things.
yeah, because
Right.
I feel like, some scenarios you could definitely like argue for the other
Of
side.
like never going through, right?
For sure, but for most scenarios, it's more you should kind of you kind of got to go through it, you know? Because why wouldn't you want to have good things in your life, The whole the only reason why good things are good is because there's risk involved with them. Like no good thing is perfect. It's good because there's risk of loss.
Well, that's the thing. It's like there's meaning to it, right?
It's like the 6-pack thing. People are like most people don't have 6-packs, but when you have a 6-pack, you know what you sacrifice for that 6-pack.
Yeah. I was thinking more of like the lines of like even like our lives. Like we're only on this earth for a fixed amount of years. And that's what gives meaning to it. Because if we were on earth for eternity, right, then what meaning would there be to our
Do you
lives?
know, I was actually thinking about that question. the other day because sometimes I get into my like emo depression mode, and I was thinking about it. Uh, you know, I was thinking about it because people are like, "Oh my God, we only have like a certain amount of years. Like, what's the point of even trying to accomplish anything in life?" You know what I mean? And then I flipped it. I'm like, okay, if we did live forever, then what the fuck's the point of that either? You know what I mean? Like, no
Well,
matter which scenario you're in, it's kind of like
well, I think at that point it's just the mindset, right? It's all down to the individual.
perspective.
Because some people will be like, oh, if I'm here forever, then I can do anything and everything I want. Yeah, I
Yeah.
have all the time in the world to do everything.
But if you have all the time in the world to do anything, then why do anything at all?
That's the whole.
That's what I mean.
Argument,
It's like
right?
that's what
That's the duality of it.
it's
right?
like. There's no good scenario. You know what I mean? No matter what scenario we would be in, if we did live forever, if we live for 100 years, the life is a mystery. The unsolved mystery of life. So I don't know. We got a bit too philosophical there, but I don't know. I thought it was interesting. Let's go for some fiction or fact, depending on who you are. I'm gonna ask you a question, and then I'm gonna like give the answer to the question, and then I want to kind of talk about it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's a fact that sounds like a conspiracy theory? Okay, I know you probably have like a million things for this, but I have one. December 19th, 1972 was the last time we went to the moon.
Wait, we went to the moon?
Okay, well, that's why. Well, first of all, I just feel like that's a weird statement to say. You know what I mean? It's like we're always talking about space travel and all this shit, and then nobody's been back to the moon since we went in 1972. That's a bit weird to me. Like, I know that's like a fact that's weird, but then we get into the whole conspiracy thing where it's like, did the moon landing even happen?
Yeah, I don't know. Like for me, like I don't really have like solid opinions on
You can have
on these
opinion.
topics.
You can have what's the word? You can have hypothesis.
Sure.
Like the main thing that I watched a lot of YouTube videos on it, and the main thing that was weird is how it was streamed across the planet. You know what I mean? With the technology back then. Like, how was the quality of the video so good back then? Like, it was streamed from the moon all the way to Earth and then all around the world. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't think that's really a limiting factor.
Well, back then their technology was not the best.
Yeah, but with their technology, they got people on the moon. Do you understand that? Like,
Maybe they got people on the moon. And then there's a coin flip where it's like, where I hear scientists argue the moon landing happened, is like, there's no way that so many people were in on it that it wouldn't have leaked. You know what I mean? Like, because to go to the moon, they had to use a bunch of people, and there's so much evidence with all like the paperwork and like the engineering for everything that, like, if it was fake, there's no way that every like the thousands of people that were in on the fucking fake moon landing, not one person would have leaked something. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't know about that. And I don't think it's 1,000. It's like a lot less than that. That actually needed to fake the moon landing. Because they probably built the rockets. The rockets are probably real. They probably launched those suckers, right? But then it's like, where did they actually like go to the moon, or did they have a studio or some shit? I mean, there's a lot of other stuff. Like even now, there's like not evidence, but there's like conspiracy theories that like, oh, like, you know, the International Space Station is all fake too, and like.
But I feel like that's a bit more realistic. This International Space Station. I feel like there's no way that's fake, right?
Well, I mean,
no
people.
way.
There's people that believe that space is fake. You know what I mean? So.
But honestly, people that think space is fake, like, to be honest, it's not like a crazy idea. Like,
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, because all of the information that we get from space and like these like are from like either like accredited scientists or governments.
it's like
right?
going back to the 1600s. I don't know when, but like, when they thought the Earth was flat. Who was the guy that like changed the opinions? I forgot his name. Was it?
I don't know, man. I mean, there's like evidence that in ancient Greece they were calculating the circumference of the Earth and stuff.
No, I'm not trying
So-
to say the point of the flat Earth. I'm saying that like everyone believed it was flat Earth, and that was like everyone believed it type
Oh,
thing.
like
And
it was
then-
just like common knowledge.
exactly. It's like now, the moon landing, or for example, space. Everyone thinks space is real, you know. But what if space isn't real and it's just something everyone just believes because that's what they're told?
Well, I mean, technically, I mean, if you think about it, this is my issue with certain things, like with satellites, right? If you Google satellites, and you guys can try this, there's no picture of a satellite in space. It's all CGI generated. All of it is CGI satellite models, and like, it's not actually pictures. You know what I mean?
Sure. Okay, then I bring you the argument of like Elon Musk, for example. Like he has like his own like, what is it, Star Tech or whatever? He has his own like space company.
Starlink? No.
He has his own satellite. So why would Elon Musk be faking that?
Well,
You know?
I don't think. Well, okay. Here's the thing: if space isn't real, right?
Yeah.
Then, but satellites are real in the sense of like, because we obviously they're up there,
Sure.
because we have cell phones, we have all these towers and everything. So there is like some kind of satellite up there, right? But then, if you want to believe that it's either, going around in space, or if you guys didn't know this, NASA is the #1 company in the world that buys helium. You know what helium is for? Helium balloons,
Yeah.
right? So if space isn't real, then what that argument is, that side of the people who believe in this conspiracy say, is that, well, satellites are actually just like balloons with the satellites going around the world, instead of like actually like them being in space.
Okay, but then now they have like the rich people can go on those rockets that go up into the atmosphere and then come back down, right? So technically, I feel like.
But going up in the atmosphere doesn't make you go into space.
Yeah, but if you go into the atmosphere, won't you be able to see space? And then there's like those videos of like the highest sky jumper or whatever, like the you know what I mean?
Well, if you look at that video, right, and this is another issue with those videos, which is like, it doesn't matter how high they keep going, the horizon stays flat. That's why people say, "Oh, the Earth is flat," because the horizon stays flat, right? Even at that height or whatever, right? Which is interesting when you think about it. My issue with all this is that there's too much information that could be true on either side, whether, what scientists and governments say or what conspiracy people say. That it's like, at this point, it's like, I want to go up in a rocket and shoot myself up and see what if I go to space, or I hit the fucking glass dome over our world or some shit. You know what I mean? So
Man's in the freaking Truman Show, head ass. But I don't know. It would definitely be interesting. But how far would you have to go out? Because I feel like, no, never mind. If you go like just in the atmosphere, you can see that the Earth would be circle, right? Or if you just go to a certain point, would you just see it as flat? You know what I mean?
well, that's the thing, right? If you go high enough, but that's what I'm saying. Like, all these, like, these people who put like hot air balloons in their GoPros and they go up and stuff.
Yeah.
Every time they do that, you see the horizon is flat. You don't see any curvature. Now, it could be that they're not going high enough, right? Which is obviously like could be the case, but I don't know, right? I was thinking about this. Well, you know what we should do? We should go up to like Northern Ontario, butt fuck nowhere. We should get like a helium balloon and a GoPro and just shoot it up. See how high it goes, and then we can confirm and tell you guys if the Earth is flat or not.
That's the dumbest idea I've ever heard. Man's gonna waste like a few grand on that shit. You know those balloons are expensive as fuck, bro.
What do you mean, helium balloons?
Like a big ass balloon. What, are you gonna use the fucking one from the dollar store?
No, you need one that's like
Big. Those are like
This-
800, like $1,000, fam.
slight work for the podcast.
Okay. I think we better upgrade the podcast setup before we even think about doing that. But
No, all those different conspiracies are interesting to think about.
yeah, I don't know. Just a curiosity. If you guys have any weird conspiracy theories, let us know in the comments. Maybe we'll read them and explore them on a future episode. We're gonna read some "Am I the asshole?" I got three of them for us today. Am I the asshole for giving my granddaughter a DNA test? This is about my granddaughter, Lindsay. Now, Lindsay's 15, has it rough being middle child, and she looks different from her siblings. I truly was confused how she had blonde, curly hair, while the rest of the family has dark hair. I thought genetics was being weird, and I love her. The issue was. The issue came up when Lindsay told me her parents banned her from getting an ancestry test. I told my son, and I don't know what Dill is, I'm assuming that's the wife, that there was something fishy about her birth she needs to know. They denied it and told me to leave it alone. Now Lindsay is in high school and she went to her biology teacher. To put it bluntly, the teacher said it was odd for her to have some traits. She came to me distressed, asking me to buy a DNA test since she needs to know. Long story short, she is not her mother's kid. My son got someone else pregnant and her bio mom gave her up. This has blown up in the family while Lindsay is pissed to being lied to. I'm getting a ton of heat for getting her a DNA test. Now they won't talk to me, which is making Lindsay even more mad at them. Am I the asshole? Like the grandma.
No, man. Like, if your grandchild asks you for help, I feel like as the grandparents are the ones that spoil the grandkids always, right?
Definitely.
So, and this isn't even being spoiled. This is like, hey, I want to just double check if I'm related to you or not or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I think the parents are,
I think there just needs to be more communication.
yeah.
I feel like with all these scenarios, it's a lack of communication. I'm no expert at like family advice or like relationship advice, but anytime I see like a shitty situation anywhere, the number one reason is lack of communication.
It's always lack of communication, bro. If you don't talk about your problems and
It doesn't even have to be problems. It just has to be anything.
your problems, your needs, your wants, your desires, like the situation. If there's no communication, nothing will get done.
Yeah.
Right? So
I think what the grandma could have done better was maybe going to talk to the parents before getting it.
no,
But
because they couldn't go through the parents in the first place.
yeah, but that's because the child was asking. And when the child is asking, sometimes the parents are, a bit more reluctant.
Yeah, but if the child's asking for something serious like that, and the parents know what the fuck is up, then it's like, she was how old, the child? 15?
Yeah, like high school.
Like,
at that
if
point, you gotta
should,
say.
like, you gotta tell the kid.
At that
you know what I
point,
mean?
it's like old enough for sure. This one is a bit of a more interesting scenario. Am I the asshole for not telling my wife that my sister died? My 35 male sister died 3 weeks ago. My wife had only met her once since she lived quite far away, and every time I went to see her, my wife didn't come. My dad told me that she died and told me when her funeral was. I traveled down for the funeral and I told my wife I was going to see I was going to see my sister, which wasn't really a lie. A few days after I got back home, my brother called my wife and told her to check up on me since I hadn't been answering his calls and texts. I guess she asked why, and he was so worried, and my brother told her about my sister dying. My wife got really upset at me for not telling her, and she said that I can't trust her and that I should talk to her instead of bottling up my feelings. I explained that I didn't tell her because I knew she'd worry and expect me to talk about how I feel. It's very sweet of her for worrying about me, but she doesn't need to. It's like she doesn't understand that I don't talk about how I feel, unlike her. She's barely spoken to me since. She said that she feels betrayed. I didn't mean to upset her so much. I just didn't want to deal with her constant worrying. Am I the asshole?
I feel like this is one of those cases of like dudes just being dumb. You know what I mean? Because it's like, to him he was like, oh, my sister died, no big deal, and just keep living on. I'm just gonna go to the funeral and stuff. I mean, if he is the asshole, I will say, in this scenario, yes, but like very mildly being an asshole, because
But
he should tell his wife
yeah,
that stuff happening, you know.
That-
But like a lot of guys, like, you know, how was your day? It was good, you know. I was okay, and like, so the most wild shit happened that day, but they don't tell anyone. You know what I mean? That's just the guy thing. I don't know.
but I don't think the wife should be mad at him. You know what? And like stop talking to him.
Well, I think that's just an over exaggeration. But I
Like,
mean,
I feel like in this
I
scenario-
understand, like, if his wife is like, because he even knew that she gets emotional, right? That's why he didn't tell her in the first place.
Because he didn't
so-
want to talk about it. You know. And
Well, yeah, but that's like most guy thing do. It's like, oh, this shit happened. I don't really want to talk about it. Just like
Which
bottle
is,
in the feelings and just keep moving on. right?
yeah, sometimes you do need to talk about it.
I think it
and-
depends on the person. I feel like some people just don't really like need to talk about it. I feel like this like whole idea of like you always have to talk about your feelings and letting it out is like you should talk to someone that you trust and that you want But if there's something that just happened and you just don't want to talk about it and just let it go by and keep moving on with your life, I think that's completely reasonable as well. Right? I think in the scenario, yes, the guy's an asshole, but I think the wife is also
shouldn't have
being
reacted like that. She should
is
be more
also being a
understanding.
bit of an asshole because she's like overreacting to the
like
situation.
his sister died, so he is allowed to be a bit more, what's the word?
Distant.
Not distant, but like he's allowed to act a bit more weird, per se.
Conserved, let's say like
Conserved, like not acting normal. Like maybe for him, when something bad happens, he just like bottles it up and just doesn't talk to anyone about it, right? That might just be like a reflex he has. So instead of her getting angry, why didn't you tell me? It's like,
that. Yeah, she should be more understanding.
more understanding. Like, oh shit, the guy's sister died. Maybe he's like grieving in a different way. So
People grieve in different ways.
exactly, yeah. Again, gotta communicate. Am I the asshole for eating at the children I babysit for's house? That's worded so weird. Did you understand the question?
Yeah.
Okay. I, 20 female, babysit for some extra cash on the side. This just happened, and it's eating me up, so here we go. So the family ordered a pizza for dinner. Mom left cash on the table for me to pay. It was me and 2 boys, 7 and 10. Large pizza and breadsticks. I have always been under the impression that the babysitter is allowed to have a reasonable amount of dinner if they're expected to serve dinner. I've babysat a few times in the past and have never encountered this. When the parents came home to relieve me, they asked how tonight went. I said fine and said that the pizza place was really good as I had never ordered from there before. Mom looked at me puzzled and asked why I ate the kids' dinner. I said I just had 2 pieces of pizza and a breadstick. I feel as if this was not an inappropriate amount to eat. However, the parents disagreed. Dad said that they didn't expect to have to feed me dinner as well and told me not to eat their family's food. Overall, I am very uncomfortable and confused by this experience. Both boys were fed and did not complain about being hungry for the rest of the night. I personally have always assumed, perhaps wrongly, that if I am expected to serve dinner as a sitter, then I am welcome to have a serving. Is this something anyone else has experienced? Am I the asshole?
No. But like like we've been saying for the last 2, it's all about communication, right? Because let's say I was going out, let's say with my wife or something, for a night out, and I had to get a babysitter, right?
Mhm.
Even though I'd probably just get to babysit my kids, right? But let's say I couldn't, right? But and I just got some babysitter. I'd like say, oh hey, like we're gonna order pizza, make sure you feed the kids, and you can. I'd say to the babysitter you can have some food as well, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't leave it ambiguous because I feel like leaving a lot of stuff ambiguous leads to a lot of assumptions, and when people assume, that it makes an ass out of me and you.
It's the
So-
other way around. Ass out of you and me, because assume is you. Anyways.
I can't spell, but that's besides.
No,
the point.
I know what you mean.
Um,
Definitely, again, miscommunication on their department, but I think it was kind of like she already been babysitting before, and I feel like this is kind of like, what's the word? It's like the norm.
Well, yeah.
So it's like she kind of expected it, and then, obviously not everyone's going to act the same and have the same rules. So the fact that they didn't say anything, it's a bit of a weird situation. I don't know why the parents are so mad. Like, if the kids were fed and there was extra food, you know what I mean?
I guess. I don't know. I feel like it could go both ways. As long as they communicate it, right? Because obviously if the parents like buy food for the kids that are for the kids, then I'd be like, hey, I bought, let's say, I don't know, I have 2 kids. I bought them 2 ramens because ramen is like just like a soup that's like for per person. Like I wouldn't want my babysitter sipping the same ramen or soup that my
Well,
kids are eating.
obviously, no. That's weird.
Right, but like if I got food for my kids that are not like shareables like pizza,
Yeah.
then it's like
Yeah, no, that definitely makes sense.
it makes sense. So
But, yeah, I think just stop babysitting. Just get like a high income scale and just make $1 million a year. Just something.
Oh,
Fuck the kids.
I think
no.
you're the asshole, bro.
Okay.
I think that's what I got from this.
Okay. My bad. True. questions I found on Reddit. So, what isn't the flex many people think it is? Like, what's something people flex and it's like, bro, that's not a fucking flex, bro. I feel like you could. There's a lot of ways to answer this
I
question.
don't know. Anyone who flexes clothing, bro. To
They
me,
got
it's-
that Gucci belt.
For me, it's like, okay, bro, you just like overpriced for a name brand. You know what I mean? Like,
No, but you gotta respect it. You gotta respect the brands that they can freaking trick people to buy that shit.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like,
Get your money up, not your funny up.
yeah, I don't know, bro. Like, when it comes to clothing, I just wear what you like. Wear what you like to wear and what's appropriate for the situation.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And always, always, always dress up, right? I always try to be like the best looking man in the room, obviously with this hat on, right?
Bro, you don't have any drip. Okay, you know what? I didn't come looking clean today, but like next week I'll come
this
with
is another
nice
thing,
drip.
right? People that say, "Oh, you have drip or not?" It's not a flex, bro. What do you mean, dude? I'll straight up, I'll straight up
how-
walk here looking like a dad, and have
This
you
is
know,
not a flex, by the way.
This-
Let me answer the question. People that come in full Adidas suits and the fucking Russian hat is not a fucking flex, brother.
I'm not flexing on people, bro. I'm wearing what's comfortable in my
you
own
just said
house.
you like to
in the
be the most
basement.
handsome guy in the room. So man's trying to flex.
What am I flexing? How is trying to be attractive a flex?
Because you're trying to be attractive.
Well, it's not to flex. It's not to belittle other people. It's to show your worth and your value. That's why every time I used to work at my old place, I would be like, always come in dress shirt, you know, nice pants, you know, boots and stuff. Even though people would show up in t-shirts. It's just, I wanted
Bro,
to
didn't you
present
tell me
myself.
like some people like came in sandals or whatever?
Dude, stop. I don't know. Businesses that are like, oh, we don't have a dress code. Nah.
There's always a dress
There's
code.
always a dress code, bro.
There's the ambiguous dress code. I don't think that's the correct word. There's the... What's the... I keep forgetting this word.
Implied.
Is that the right word? But like...
The implied dress code.
No, it's... I guess. It's like the word that means like... I guess implied, but I feel like there's supposed to be an extra word with that, though. The implication. I think it's better like that. Implied, implication, same shit.
It's the
But
same word, bro.
what happened to Skype and why did everyone go to Zoom? I never understood that. Why did Skype just die one day?
No, but
I know there was Discord.
Skype died because of Discord, right? Because, look, okay, Skype didn't die. Skype is still used by many businesses and all that type of stuff, right?
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding, right? Like, even my old work, my boss, he had a Skype and he would talk to people from, you know...
But I feel like Skype is a more international thing, right? I feel like Zoom is a more North American.
Well, I don't know why we're comparing Skype and Zoom.
I don't know. That was just a question I found on Reddit.
Skype is more for, like, one-on-ones and messaging people, right? Because Zoom, you can't message people on Zoom. Zoom is more like a classroom setting where it's like
Sure.
we set up a meeting or an appointment or something.
Yeah.
And then you join into the room. People are in the room. And
Skype,
like,
you can like add friends.
Skype is like more like personal, and it's more like you can message on Skype one-on-one, right? Compared to Zoom. But I think Skype died because Discord came up, and especially in like the gaming community and with the younger generation, everyone just used Discord, right? Like I remember going from Skype to
No, wasn't it Curse, then Skype, then Discord? Or was it
Skype
then
and then Curse
then Discord?
and then Discord, because Discord did what Curse couldn't do. And then I just used Discord, right?
Okay.
But then Zoom was used once COVID came and the pandemic,
Bro,
because
Zoom
they needed...
boom.
Yeah, Zoom is kind of dog. I mean, now it's getting better, but when it first came out, or when it was first a thing, it was like...
Because it was one of those things that like blew up when it wasn't supposed to blow up, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. Like...
No,
I
Zoom,
underst-
Zoom is really good for like businesses, especially now. Like if you're booking calls, like cold calls and
Well,
stuff
yeah,
like
even
that.
if I had... Like, if I was doing interviews, it would be on Zoom, right?
Yeah.
So...
Okay. Now this is a really important question. I know we don't really care too much about it, but I feel like people have an opinion about this. How early is too early to put up your Christmas tree? Because some people be putting it up before fucking Halloween, fam. Like, what date is like, okay,
I
after
don't
this
know,
date,
bro.
people can start
For-
putting up their Christmas
For
tree?
me, December is like the Christmas holiday month, right? So for me, it's like you put up your tree at the beginning of December, and then you take it off like
Probably a week
mi-
after
m- a-
January.
a week after January. When all the holidays festivities dies down. After like the Christmas breaks.
So
and
what do you say
everything.
to the people that start putting up their trees in November?
I mean, I don't think it's a crime to start putting it up in November. But, like,
How about they do it before Halloween?
no. I feel like the earliest you could put up your tree is like beginning of November, earliest. But even then, I'll be like questioning it.
For sure.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but if you're putting Christmas up before Halloween, then it's like, bro, you're. It's still like there's still leaves outside, bro. Snow's
Bro,
not here.
I can't lie. Christmas be hitting different. Like, Christmas music is actually fire. You know what I mean?
Stop.
Like,
Dude, it's all overplayed garbage at this point.
it's not, bro. Mariah Carey hits, fam. Like, it's iconic. Honestly, I feel like other holidays lack in that department. Like, there's no good, like, Halloween song. Like, there's Spooky Scary Skeletons. Like, I think that's one of the most iconic ones. But, like, I feel like nobody has taken over Halloween yet with, like, a song.
Well, because Halloween is a garbage holiday, bro.
It doesn't matter about that, but I feel like there's still room. If you guys, like, are an artist or, like, a music producer, like, stop trying to get into Christmas because I feel like that is already taken over by a few artists that go every year. Find, like, a Valentine's Day song or, like, a fucking Easter
Bro,
song.
every romance song can be a Valentine's Day
No,
song.
but,
bro.
like, you know what like, the thing is, Christmas songs, like, is Christmas songs. You know what I mean? Like, it just hits. If you can have a song for every holiday, that would be lit. Anyways, just to train food for thought. All right, let's play some Would You Rather. Would you rather have a 100% chance to win $1 billion or a 99% chance to win $100 billion? I saw this question online and I found it very, like, I was thinking about it myself. And actually, it's like, I feel like it's not as easy as you think it is. You know what I mean?
99% for the 100 billion.
You think? But, like, how about if you hit that 1%, fam?
No, but the odds are really slim.
But, like, still, are you risking it? Is $99 billion gonna make you that much more happier? Because I feel like after, like, 10 mil, you're kind of just, like, there's not much else you can buy, you know?
Yeah, but you gotta put it all on black, dude. Come on.
Stop. Man's gonna actually roll the dice.
The statistical odds are negligible, right?
Not unless you hit that 1%.
Right, but the odds of you hitting that 1% is like 1 in 100. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that is 99%, sir.
Yes. Right.
Okay. Would you rather all chickens become extinct or all cows become extinct? So basically it's saying, are you giving up chicken or are you giving up steak?
I'll give up chicken, bro.
No shot. I'm like a diehard chicken fan.
Yeah, I like steak better than chicken.
I don't know, bro. I feel like
Okay, but like, what are the replacements, right? Because let's say we get rid of steak, we can replace steak with like bison or deer, right?
I guess.
Which would be actually probably better, right? Because bison tastes better than beef, and deer's a lot leaner.
I just love chicken, bro. I can't lie. Like
But what
fried
what-
chicken,
But what replaces chicken, right?
tofu.
Stop. What replaces chicken? Turkey. But turkey's nasty, dude.
Yeah, turkey's like
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the thing is, if you get rid of steak, then you get rid of milk as well and milk products, and you have to like resort to goat milk, right? But if you get rid of chickens, then you have no more eggs. You have to resort to duck
That's
eggs or something.
true. No eggs. No, definitely getting rid of the cows. All right. Would you never brush your teeth again or never clean your ass after you shit? Let me say it again.
Well, I don't really clean my ass after.
Okay, man. Nah, seriously. Never brush your teeth or never wipe your ass.
Never wipe my ass, bro.
What? No, you're weird.
No, look, listen, okay? You need to brush your teeth for good, like, hygiene in your mouth, right?
Yeah, but you could just get like fake teeth.
Okay, but then
Bro,
with
you want a fucking itchy asshole all the time? Bro.
okay, but listen, I don't have to wipe my ass. I could just buy a bidet and use the bidet instead. What do you
When
mean?
I mean no wiping, I mean not even in the shower, fam.
What do you mean? Okay, but if you go in the shower, then your
Like,
ass is gonna get wiped
Sure, if it
naturally.
naturally cleans, sure, but there's no like sticking your finger up your ass to clean it.
Well, I don't do that anyway.
What do you mean? You don't put your finger like
Up
two
my
fingers,
ass?
not
No.
up your ass, like slide it through your ass. Okay, not in your ass, but like glide it on the side.
Okay, but you can use a bidet to clean it.
But again, you're not allowed to use a
Bidet.
bidet. And I don't stick my finger in my ass. Let's get this straight.
Okay, then I'll just get a bucket of water, and after I shit, I just put my ass in the water, and that's it.
But that's still cleaning it, fam. Like, you're not consciously, like, the only thing you can do is take a shower, but you can't, like, actually go and clean your ass, fam. And there's always shit in your ass, okay? Let me rephrase the question. Never brush your teeth, or always have shit, itchy asshole, okay?
Okay, but what's the alternative to not brushing your teeth, bro?
You can have fake teeth.
Nah, bro.
Bro, man's gonna have that itch. Bro, an itchy asshole is, nah.
I just take a shower or a bath or go start swimming again, and there you go. That's it. You gotta let the chlorine clean my ass, and that's it.
Okay. Would you rather have a Lamborghini or have a personal driver?
Lamborghini, bro. I don't like taxis and shit. I like to drive. Like when I'm in like a friend group or whatever, I'm the one that likes to drive. You know what I mean? I don't like having someone else drive because most people can't drive, bro.
No, but this is a personal driver. This is not no
Right?
Uber driver.
But why would
This-
I have a personal driver if I like to drive?
Bro, that's
And I
a
could drive-
flex.
So you would rather have a personal driver riding in a fucking Honda Civic than you driving a Lamborghini yourself?
Bro, I'm gonna have my money up, so I'm gonna be having my Rolls Royce, fam.
The only thing's up is your funny up, dude.
Holy, I thought you were gonna say only thing up is your finger up your ass.
Next question, bro. Let's go fly under the radar, bro.
All right. So basically, this is overrated, underrated, but flying under the radar edition. So I'm gonna give you, what topic do we have here today? We have candy/chocolate edition. I know we kind of did this in last category with like rankings, but this time, this is more of like, is it an overrated thing or an underrated thing? And you can think about your personal experience, or it can be like the social norm, whatever you want to go with, But all right, overrated, underrated, M&Ms.
Bro, I feel like M&M's fly over the radar, bro. They're pretty, like, they're like the big four. You know what I mean? Everyone knows them. They're not that good, and they're like, there's a lot of like food coloring in it. and shit.
There's peanut butter in M&Ms, right?
I think so, yeah.
I don't know what it is with chocolate and peanut butter, but I just don't like that combo.
I mean, it's a good combo, but those,
I
In
just don't like
particular.
it. I don't know. I feel like peanut butter. I've never been a huge fan of peanut butter. Like, anyways, we're getting off topic here. Overrated, underrated, Starbursts.
I don't know, bro. I feel like
I
they're
think
pretty mid.
I think they're kind of underrated.
Actually, yeah, I feel they probably fly under the radar. But the thing is that they fly under the radar because they're mid. They're not that good. Like there's only like one or two flavors that are good.
But those hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then it's like that's all sugar anyway. So you're gonna just like spam 20 Starbursts and then what?
And then have a crash.
Like just crash? Like
All right. Overrated, underrated, Toblerone.
ooh. Low-key, these fly under the radar, dude.
I think Toblerone might be one of my favorite chocolates.
I haven't had a Toblerone in a long time.
It's a genius idea, bro. Chocolate and honey.
Yeah.
That's genius.
It's
Whoever
really
came up
good.
with Toblerone. Overrated, underrated, Haribo gummies.
Dude, these fly so low under the radar, dude. No one like knows about this. Well, I think in North America. I know they're big in Europe, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Or bigger than here, right? Because I think they're German. It's a German company. But no, dude, those gummies are the best gummies on the planet, bro. They're so good. They're so good, bro. Straight up.
Overrated, underrated, Snickers.
Would you call me? Fly over the radar. They're trash.
Facts. I don't know. I don't know why
Like,
people
who
like
eats that,
Snickers so
dude?
much. It's like The Mars bars, but worse.
Mars bars are pretty mid.
Nah,
don't
I
know.
like Mars bars.
I mean, they're. Where was it that they sell deep fried Mars bars? Was that the Canadian National Exhibition?
bro, that was a win, fam. The Japanese restaurant.
Oh. Well.
Overrated, underrated Twizzlers.
Over the radar. Dude, any of those, like.
Twizzlers are garbo, fam.
Any of those, like, string, like. Plastic. It's literally plastic that you're eating, bro. Sugar coated plastic. Garbage.
Garbo. All right, let's play most likely to. Too lazy to get the hats, so we're just gonna point, okay? So if it's you, you point to yourself. You know,
Yeah.
easier. Okay, who's most likely to get lost driving in their own neighborhood? All right, let me know when you have your answer.
I have my answer.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm not a bad driver, but like.
No, it's not. Getting lost and being a bad driver are two different things.
Yeah, I just like I feel
just-
like I'm shit with directions. Honestly.
I think I'm just really good with directions.
Like I barely know the streets around
Like
us.
I
fam.
know, like if we drive somewhere once, like I'll remember that for the rest of my life. It's
The
like a
thing
core
is,
memory. You know what I mean?
I can remember that, but I won't remember like the street names. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I just like my street name.
Well, you remember the street names by driving more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
So I just have to drive more. Who's most likely to win the Hunger Games?
no, go.
You tell me when you're ready, sir.
You can just go, cause for me, it just take like a second to think, bro.
3, 2, 1.
Now, why would you think you're better than such survival than me,
See,
who
the
goes
thi-
out hunting and sits in bushes for hours?
because I would team up with people. You know what I mean? I feel like I would be good at like socializing with people there. You know, I would be like that guy that would help everyone. You know?
Bro's gonna die in the first
Nah,
round, bro.
Shut up.
Nah.
Like I would like team up and then like at the end just stab them in the back. You know what I mean? Like I'm not saying like I do that to people now, but like I
nah.
bro, just because you have hunting experience. Okay, let me rephrase that. Just because you've been hunting, I'm not gonna say hunting experience because you haven't hunted anything before.
Okay, I haven't shot anything, but doesn't mean I haven't gone hunting, bro. And
Yeah,
know
that's-
what to do and do the calls and everything. You know what I mean? Like-
Yeah, but the Hunger Games is totally different. You might not even have a weapon.
What do you mean? Don't they have loot boxes and shit?
Yeah, you would be the guy that runs in the middle and just dies straight away.
No, bro. Whenever we play Minecraft Hunger
Okay,
Games,
it's
it
not
always,
my. Well, it depends what kind of.
I always run out first, bro, and look for loot on the outskirts.
But I don't know. Depending on the Hunger Games you're thinking of, like you're thinking Minecraft Hunger Games, sure. I was thinking more like the movie Hunger Games, where they just have all the loot in the middle. But
Well, if they only have it in the middle, then you got no choice but to go into the middle, see what's up, dude. and
not
stuff.
necessarily. You can like make your own weapons and shit in the wild. But
Bro, if there's weapons in the middle, like swords or bullets,
but it's
or
a risky.
something-
If you go first, you can die the quickest.
Yeah, but I feel like I could like take most people
Okay.
on.
Who's most likely to die first in a horror movie? Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Well, that's because I'd protect everyone, man. And then it was fucking because you're a sneaky bastard. You'd hear something, oh William, go check it out, and I had no choice but to go check it out, man.
See, I have what you call survival instinct, which is why I would be good in the Hunger Games. But I have survival instinct. Why would I put myself in a bad situation when I
Yeah.
can put someone else in a bad situation?
Yeah, he
to
has
check it out?
survival instincts. I have protection instincts, man.
Yeah, he's like a woman.
How am I a woman, bro?
You know, because you know with children they want to protect them.
I don't think that's a woman characteristic.
Is
man.
it not?
Well, nurture is different
Yeah.
than protection.
Same shit.
No, it's
Nurture,
not.
protection, word protection. Okay. Who is most likely to be detained for harassing a law enforcement officer? Are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Okay, but listen. Okay.
Bro,
I love the police. Okay, they do great work and everything.
you would say some stupid shit, fam.
But like, bro, I like if someone's gonna be dumb with me and say dumb shit to me, Nah, let's just leave it at that, bro.
Bro,
I
you
can't.
would you would 100% be the guy.
Beef a police officer?
Like not even intentionally. Like you would just say some dumb shit.
Probably.
Let's end it off with a top 5 draft. This is a video game edition.
Video games.
I did send you it on Discord to prepare. I don't know if you prepared.
Dude, it's video games. Like,
So, do you need a moment to think?
nah, I'm good.
All right. So this is all-time video games, and I don't think we're gonna do specific. Like, let's say a game has multiple like versions. Let's say, for example, Call of Duty. Like, you're not gonna say like the first Call of Duty. Like, just general. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Because then that just gets a bit more difficult.
Sure.
You get to start, sir.
I get to start.
Yeah, I'll give you the honors.
All right, boys. We're gonna go with probably one of the best games of all time. Minecraft.
Respectable. Respectable answer, sir. That is definitely one of the top games of all time. Mine is a bit hard. Like, I'm gonna take this one, but again, it's one of those things where it's like there's multiple games. I'm gonna go with Pokemon. And I know there's like a bunch of different Pokemon games, but like I'm just saying like I will just go with Pokemon. That's all I gotta say, bro. Pokemon's goated. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't know why you didn't take this one.
Go for it.
Because obviously I'm going to say League of Legends, bro. Even though it's a dog shit game now.
So you're just like ruining your list by calling it dog shit.
But it's like the top games, bro.
So?
And there are kids that probably watch this and they play League, that toxic ass game.
That's
Right.
fine, bro. This is
So-
your list, fam. This is your top
Plus-
5 lists of all time.
It reflects on what I played. I'm calling League dog shit, but I spent like how many years playing the game, right?
Yeah, that's
So-
fine. That's perfectly fine, and you know, I respect it. All right, so let's think. What other game could I choose here on my list? So, you know, I think I'm trying to think what you're gonna pick, and then what's good with the audience too. Because some of the games that are like really popular, I haven't really played.
Bro's gonna pick games that he never played to put on his list.
I have one game that I think I should pick that I've never really played, and I think you know what I'm thinking of, but it's just like an all-time great game. I think I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna go with GTA 5.
I wasn't even thinking about that. I played that shit for a bit.
Like I never really got into it, but I think it's like such a popular game.
It
And,
is.
like, I
There's so
think
many
it's
mods for it.
So
and
iconic.
So many references and stuff.
And I think if you don't pick that, then you're kind of trolling. So I think I have to pick that up, even though I personally didn't play it that much, but I heard great things about it.
So then I'm gonna pick the game that I thought you were gonna take away from me. I'm gonna take the Dark Souls franchise from Software Company. That game, well, the games that From Software makes are some of the, like they're just masterpieces. Like the whole, like world building, the way that you're like your own character, that you can go into different like spec the character you the way you want, and you basically explore and actually have hard gameplay where it's like a regular dummy mob can just jump you and kill you in 2 hits.
I still have no idea what Dark Souls is. I'll be completely honest. So that's why I didn't pick it, because I have no idea what it is. At least with GTA 5, I know the premise of the game, but
No, the Dark Souls games are. I only played Dark Souls 3, but I feel like the whole franchise in a whole is really good.
all right, my next one's gonna be a banger. Like, it's gonna be a hard hitter, and I think everyone's played this game before. Mario Kart.
Yeah.
I'm trying to have variety with my list. You know, I'm not trying to pick games that are very similar. So I think Mario Kart, like, if you guys know Mario Kart, it's like the best kind of. I don't want to say party game because there's other party games, but it's like everyone's played Mario Kart.
It's
one
the
time in
best
their
party
life.
racing game on the planet.
Of course,
So
gotta pick that up. You gotta have Mario on your list. You know, are you gonna pick a Mario, sir?
nah, I don't need it, bro.
Okay.
I feel I'm just picking games that I played. But to be fair, like if I haven't played a game, it's probably because I didn't find it enjoyable.
That's up to you, bro. You
Right.
do you.
I'm gonna go with Path of Exile, right? Another game you probably have no experience about.
I have no idea what that
Right.
shit is.
But it's a game like it's a dungeon crawler, basically, right? It's the one of the most customizable dungeon crawler RPG games on the planet, right? Where it's like you can basically pick your own like character and spec it with a passive tree that's like with like over thousands of nodes to like build the perfect character that you want to do whatever content in the game you want to complete and fulfill whatever arc you want to be. If you're gonna be some like big, guy that has swords, that spins around and slices and dices people, you can. If you can be like a small witch that has that a necromancer with zombies, you can be that character, right? And it's like there's so much like customizability in the game, so I would definitely recommend it if you have. I mean, the company that made the game is called Grinding Gear Games. So if you have like hours on end to spend time on a game that you want to get into, I would recommend Path of Exile. So
All right. Well, since this is a top 5 draft of video games of all time, I think I gotta. Oh, I'm trying to think. Again, I'm trying to think. There's like a. Do I want to pick something that I haven't played, but I've heard good things about, or just pick something I like? You know what I mean? I think I'm gonna go with the more of my personal choice because I already chose GTA. I'm gonna go with. Wait for it.
I already know it.
Wii Sports.
No, I did not. Why would you pick Wii Sports, bro?
Bro, Wii Sports is the best game of all time.
Shut up.
No. Hands down, Wii
Stop.
Sports is the best game of all time.
Okay, but which one? What's the best? Is it tennis, baseball,
Ooh.
bowling? What is it? Tennis, baseball?
Honestly, the bowling. I
golf,
think the bowling one.
or boxing.
Bowling is I feel like the best.
No, dude. Tennis is the best, bro.
No, because tennis you can kind of cheat and get like an ace every time if you do it correctly. With bowling, you need the skill. You need the motion in the ocean. You know what I mean? If you're good, you're good. You know?
I also like bowling was RNG, dude.
How? You just have to get the same motion. That would be the least RNG one. Anyways, that's besides the point. What is your last game, sir?
My last game on this list, right, is kind of a sus game. Okay. It's gonna be kind of sus. Okay. It's Among Us, bro.
Wah.
Yeah. That game when it came out, bro, it was it was discovered 2 years after it was like a small indie game. It was discovered 2 years after it got released and it just blew up. And what was that game with like what is it called? It was this other game of like plushies that were like they're running around doing the different tasks and stuff. I don't know what it's called.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Basically, that game came out and then a week later Among Us took over as like the best game. And I have good memories playing Among Us with a lot of people.
Good memories.
A lot of good memories, a lot of bad memories, but a lot of good memes from Among Us, and I still play it every now and then.
See, the thing is, like, I feel kind of bad because we didn't really pick, like, a Halo or, like, a Call of Duty. But, like, we didn't really play many gun games growing up, so it's hard to kind of pick one of those games. You know, obviously they're pretty iconic. So I was going to last pick Among Us. So I'm kind of sad that you picked that up last.
Among Us.
But if I got to pick something juicy...
I mean, there's a lot of... like
there's definitely
shooters, right?
The thing is, I never really got into shooters like Valorant or whatever, but like
Valorant's trash. I can't play that game. I can't play that whatsoever.
Okay. I'm trying to keep my my list diverse. So, I think with my final pick, I've never played this game personally, but I think it's one of the top games of all time. World of Warcraft.
I have a few buddies that like hard spam that game, so they would probably agree with you with that.
Again, I don't really play it. I could have chose things I played, maybe like Rocket League or something like that. But like, I feel like World of Warcraft is just tiers above, and I'm trying to win this game. So let's go over the list again, and then you guys can let us know in the comments who won. So I was, what was it? Wii Sports, Mario Kart, Pokemon, GTA 5, and World of Warcraft.
Bro, that's such a normie list, I swear.
What do you mean?
I feel like that's such a normie list. Dude.
How is that a normie list?
I have Minecraft, League of Legends, Dark Souls, Path of Exile, and Among Us.
That's a normie list.
That's not a normie list.
That is literally a normie list.
Nah.
How is mine a normie list, fam?
You have Wii Sports,
Wii
Mario Kart.
Sports is the greatest game of all time.
Okay, but like three of those franchises, Pokemon, Wii Sports, and Mario Kart, right, are literally like games made for like 8-year-olds. You do realize that, right?
They're the top games of all time, fam.
Right. My games are more for a mature audience, right?
So
Path
you
of
chose
Exile,
games that would lose you this battle.
why would it lose me this battle?
Because Mario Kart is for all ages. There's no freaking 5-year-old playing fucking Path of Exile, fam.
True, because the game's too hard for them.
But there's 25-year-olds playing Mario Kart.
Yeah, they're just losers, bro.
Bro, you play Mario Kart.
I don't play Mario Kart, bro.
Bro, we literally have a Switch here. You invited your friend over, and you asked me how to set up Mario Kart with a
I
freaking...
played with them one game. He beat me, and he's like, I'm done. I beat you. I never have to play this game again. So,
You still played it, fam.
me playing the
Case
game,
point.
bro. Did bro just mic drop with a mic?
I'm not gonna drop
is
this
so
shit,
dumb,
bro. I'm
dude.
not trying to break it, fam. I'm not
Anyways,
trying to break it, fam. Anyways, that was all the games I had planned for today. Kind of a free-flowing episode today, which I kind of liked. We kind of went all over the place. So, if you guys kind of like this new style we're trying to implement, let us know in the comments.
free flowing, just like the mucus in my nose right now.
On that note, new episodes every Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, we'll see you next week.
Bye.
I hate this guy.